Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. Zana, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, ma'am. I'm fine. How are you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. Right. For this course, we're done with the respective activity and task one. Now we will be moving towards, I think, LO3. This is actually the last learning outcome for this course. Let's begin with it. Before starting the class, do you have any questions regarding any assignment or question regarding any lecture?
No, ma'am. Right now, no questions.
That's great. Then I'll start with the lecture then. Okay, today we will be covering LO3, the heading itself, and assessment criteria 3.1. Understand the impact of organizational culture on the approaches to quality management. In the previous learning outcome 2 and 1, we did touch the QM and QTM approaches towards the quality management, but now we will be doing it with the context to organizational culture. Because that is what, in a sense, is going to be in the whole LO3. Let's read at what actually the organizational culture is. This refers to the shared values, beliefs, norms, and practices that shape the behavior and mindset of the individuals within an organization. Now, here, specifically, individuals are those people who are affiliated with the organization as an employee or worker. We have to make up our mind and their mind with according to whatever is going on in the organization, whether it is a decision making, whether it is day to day tasks, and so on. What do we think? Aim. It encompasses the collective attitude, standards, and rituals that characterize an organization and influence how employees interact with each other and with the external shareholders or the stakeholders. Now, here specifically, the employees, the worker, how they are working within the internal workers, shareholders, and stakeholders, plus what is their attitude with the outsiders. In outsiders, we can touch with the suppliers, with the consumers, and the investors too, because if they're going to have a good behavior, then there is a higher chance we can lock up the deal more quickly. Organizational culture defines the work environment and significantly impacts the effectiveness, efficiency, and overall success of the organization. So, whenever we are going to talk about the organizational culture, we have to keep in mind there will be employees, there are going to be the stakeholders and shareholders both, and with that, we are going to work more effectively and efficiently. That is, working smart with less wastage of the products as well. Now, there are key components of the organizational culture affecting the quality management. The first one is values and belief. The core values and beliefs of an organization set the tone for the quality management. If a company value excellence and continuous improvement, these principles will likely to be embedded in its quality management practices. In general, the component, the main significant factor, value and belief is always present in other definitions as well. Why? Because each and every entity, whether it is a terminology used within the business or outside the business or any other field, values and beliefs are very important. What is the value of your organization? What are their beliefs, norms, culture, how they are going to work in an XYZ environment? For example, Toyota emphasized on the Kaizen, that is the continuous improvement. They are not going to binge on one technique. They will be improving themselves with whatever the new technique is in the market. They will be applying that in their process. Uh, it is a reflection of its cultural. Toyota emphasized on the Kaizen continuous improvement. It is a reflection of its cultural commitment to the quality and efficiency. This cultural value drives their quality management, that is the TQM, approach, leading to the sustained high performance and innovation in the manufacturing process. Why it innovates the Toyota from the other organization in this aspect? Because they strongly believes in the values and beliefs of their organization. That is, they are going to, and they are only using Kaizen method. That is why. Then we have leadership and management styles. Leadership commitment to the quality is crucial. Leaders who prioritize the quality create a culture that supports the robust quality management system. That is, leaders are born and the leadership is derived. So we can improve it with the passage of time. We can take opinions from the other people, or we can take different crash courses, and we can build it through the practical life examples only. For example, at the General Electric GE, under the leadership of the Jack Well, the company adopted Six Sigma as a core quality management methodology. Now, Six Sigma, if you remember, it was again a T2M approach. It was a further, you can say, suboptimal part for it. This leadership dedication to this approach instilled a culture of precision, defect reduction, and quality improvement throughout the organization. Why Six Sigma is quite famous among the electric organization, the one which are producing cars and the other appliances too, because it has a room for the those machinery, those cars, or whatever the product or engine we are making in the specific field. We check it again and again, like zero defect policy, if you remember. It do consider those as well. So it helps in generating more profit and a good goodwill in the market, in the industry, and at the same time among the consumers too. Employee involvement and empowerment. A culture that empowers employees and encourages their involvement in quality initiatives leads to more effective quality management. Employees who feel valued and responsible for the quality are more likely to contribute to the continuous improvement. If you're not giving the importance, the one which they are liable for, then they're not going to give a good mouth for your organization to the people around, nor to the rest of the audience as well. So, what you could do is, in this sense, as an employee, as a customer relationship manager, so the
Ma'am,
manager,
can you repeat again? Ma'am, can you repeat again? I didn't understand.
yeah, and again, doing a review for it. Why employee involvement and empowerment is important? Because they are directly related to the CRM department as well. They are leading to the consumers as well. They know how to grab them, because we want more sales and a good mouth wording in the whole industry, in the market, and among the consumers. So what we could do is we can make the employee, the workers feel empowered by giving them the authority to say, to discuss with the normal consumers and with the upper authority people as well, the top management, like the senior managers, MD, HDs. For example, at Southwest Airlines, the culture promotes employee empowerment, which translates to proactive consumer service and operational efficiency. Now, we as an organization, why we are emphasizing on the empowerment of the employees? Because indirectly, what will happen? It is going to grab the attention of the consumers. When they are going to feel important, the employees, they will be dealing with a better, you can say, gesture and a look with the consumers as well. Employees are encouraged to take ownership of the quality issues if it occurs only, resulting in a consistent and high quality customer experience. That is, if they think like any complaint has been arrived from the consumer part, then what they could do is they can deal with them, the problem by themselves. And what will happen? The consumer is going to get happy, and ultimately you will be receiving the commission or a bonus too. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we have communication and collaboration. Open communication and collaboration are the vital, pivotal, important, necessary for successful quality management. Whenever we talk about the TQM or quality management itself, we have to talk about the communication as well. Why open communication? Because two-way communication is necessary. There is no reason, or you can say there is no room for improvement for the quality management in those organizations where there is no say in, what do we call it? Only orders and commands to follow, one-way communication. So there should be always an open communication there. A culture that promotes transparent communication ensures that quality issues are promptly identified and addressed at the same time as well. For example, a Google culture of the open communication and collaboration supports their approach to quality management in software development. Teams use agile methodologies which rely on the continuous feedback and collaboration to enhance the quality of products. Why? Because there is a room of open communication there. People talk openly, they discuss their ideas, whatever they are, and they work on it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Innovation and risk taking. First of all, what is innovation? To invent something new. You're going to be unique from the others, from your competitors, from your rivals, and risk taking. When you're innovative, you are having a competitive edge. And with that, you are considered as risk takers as well, because you're going to work on something on which the others did not work yet. Cultures that encourage innovation and risk taking can drive quality improvements through experimentation and adoption of the new technologies, that is, trying new techniques, new approaches to what? To prosper in the specific field or industry. For example, 3M's culture of innovation allows employees to dedicate a portion of their time to pursue new ideas. This has led to the development of high quality products like Post-it notes, showcasing how a culture of innovation contributes to quality management. So, innovation and risk taking is not in the small organizations. These are used in the big MNCs as well, in both respects, even in the daily, the small startups too. That is the main reason behind the innovation and that much investment, but they do it because they know if they are going to get popular, then they will be the best one. Like last week, we had a gala in the university. There, a person, like he was a class fellow at that time, um, he made a transformer and it was producing 50 units just by spending 1200 rupees only. 1200 Pakistani rupees. That is not to even install a solar system or whole panels too. We can generate a lot of problems there. And it is way too, you can say, cheaper technique through which he did this. But he was the only one who did this. Then what happened in the open gala is the people come, their management, the organization come, and they just hire you up at the spot. So this is what innovation and risk taking is. He took the risk and he's successful now. He haven't completed the degree yet and secured a good job. Examples of quality management approaches influenced by organizational culture. That is the one which are specifically used by the organizational culture. First one is always the TQM. It is a holistic approach to the long-term success through the consumer satisfaction involving all the members of an organization in improving the processes, products, and services. So the main reason behind TQM in the organizational culture is to focus on the making of the product, from input till the output, and what sort of services we provide to the consumers, to the insiders as well. For example, at Ritz-Carlton, the culture of exceptional consumer service is central to their TQM approach. Employees at all levels are trained and encouraged to focus on the customer satisfaction, leading to consistently high service quality. So their core competence is upon the customer satisfaction, and they're doing it as well through utilizing the TQM in their daily aspects. Then we have lean management. Now it emphasizes waste reduction and efficiency. That is, to use less product and to be more efficient, to produce more units with the less wastage and reducing the cost at the same time, requiring a culture that values simplicity, efficiency, and continuous improvement. For example, Toyota's lean manufacturing system, known as the Toyota Production System (TPS), is deeply rooted in their organizational culture. The focus on eliminating the waste and improving the efficiency reflects the company's values and drives their quality management practices. This is the lean management. Reducing the waste and be more productive is used by the Toyota's organization and the management too of the production department. Resistance to change. Now we will be doing the last aspect of it, that is challenges and considerations. Resistance to change. Organizational culture resistant to change can hinder the implementation of the quality management practices. Overcoming this resistance requires strong leadership and clear communication. That is, if there is something which is not going good in the organization regarding any policy or a technique, or with any supplier, you're having a tie-in, what you could do is you have the capability to change your methodology, your methods, your funds from one project to another. For example, implementing a new quality management system in a traditional hierarchical organizational may face push back if the culture does not support open communication and employee involvement. I was talking about this in the upper slides. That is, two-way communication, open communication is necessary. In those organizations where there is only one-way communication, only we need to follow the command and order, then there is an ambiguity that we cannot change, we cannot prosper, we cannot grow, because there is no room for discussion. Alignment of the quality goals with the cultural values. Ensuring that the quality goals align with the organization's cultural values is crucial for the success of quality management initiatives. That is, whatsoever decisions you are taking, you need to align it, you need to be parallel with the goals of the organization and the culture values as well. For example, in a company where the cost cutting, that is reducing the cost, daily cost, is a primary cultural value, quality management initiatives must demonstrate how improving quality can lead to cost savings to gain organization support, because this is your you can say ethnic belief in the organization. We need to reduce the cost, the daily expenditure. It could be the operational efficiency or the working cost too. What we could do as an organization, we are going to use those methods which will actually help in reducing the cost. Clear?
No, ma'am. No.
What you did not understood in it?
Ma'am, it's like, is it related to the culture value is important, or like just their behavior? Like in the example is given, like the cost cutting, like is a primary culture, like management initiatives. It's like our main thing is to reduce the cost. Because you said,
Uh,
ma'am, it's important. It's like we need to align it. So I didn't understand the
Cost cutting
alignment of
is a quality goal. It's a quality
yes.
goal, cost cutting. It could be anything. It could be increasing the sales by the month of January 2025. It's a goal, all right? So we are going to shape up the goal with the accordance to the value of the culture. Because sometimes what happens is in the organization, they don't support the goals of the general people. So what they do as an organization is they shape up the things like they want to, and they pursue it in a picture that is acceptable by the majority.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we have sustaining quality improvements. Maintaining quality improvements requires a culture that continuously supports and values these efforts. That is, those organizations which thrive for the improvements. They have to improve themselves. This is their goal, an ultimate goal. Why? Because they want to be successful in the longer run. Plus, they want to sustain in the market, in the industry for a longer period of time. For example, continuous training and development. Now, this is a kind of method of improvement. That is, training the peer group or a colleague or a worker. Programs can help sustain a culture of quality by keeping employees updated on the best practices and emerging trends in the quality management. We cannot rely on old school of thought, whatever we have read in the books, textbooks, or the classes. We need to do the research on our own part. What is latest, what is the new technique going on in the market, what will be the new technique in future. We should be known for that beforehand. Only then we can improve ourselves. Organizational culture plays a pivotal role in shaping the approaches and success of the quality management practices. Companies with the cultures that value excellence, innovation, employee empowerment, and open communication are better positioned to implement effective quality management systems. That is, those organizations, corporate sector, which possesses all these key components, they are going to be distinct with the quality management approaches and techniques. By aligning quality management practices with the organizational culture, businesses can enhance their performance, consumer satisfaction, and competitive advantage. When we're going to merge both of them, the organizational culture and the quality management, we will be increasing our performance. The consumers, the number of consumers, they're going to be satisfied. Plus, we will be having a competitive edge, that is a USP with them, with ourselves as an organization. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great.